Welcome you all to another video. This is H, and today I will be doing a trade recap for 3 trades, I believe, more like 4. And I won 3 out of those 4, but this tiny one right here, it was not planned. It just randomly happened. I'll explain that one in a minute. But I took a trade earlier today in the morning at 4 something, I believe. We should be European before this. So 7:25. It must have not been this one. 12:18. Yeah, 3:41. Took a bunch at 3:41 and then 3:41. So all of this right here. 3:41. So all of these ones, including these ones. This was my winning for the trade that I took in the morning. We, like as you guys can see, we made $1,077 today. So it's a big win. It's a big day today for me. I'm glad, we needed one of these days, and we finally made it. So we made about, how much is that? 120, that's 240. I believe I'm missing one. Oh yeah, this one right here. So we made about like 400, I believe, 400 and something dollars. I don't remember correctly, but this is the trade that I took, and I took it in micro, but I always analyze the charts in regular NQ. So here's the trade. I wake up and I go to the higher time frame, and I see that we're reacting to a 15-minute bullish fair value gap, and as well as a 30-minute bullish fair value gap right here. We're reacting to it. We're going down and we're bouncing back up. So my initial thought is we might want to go up there to take these highs, and that's honestly basically it. That's it for my trade. We're having S&T right here on these lows. Right here we take these lows and we start going up, and over here we don't take them, which could possibly lead you to think that it might go down. But after that reaction right there, I was pretty sure that we would try to go higher. The problem is that from here to here, it's a pretty big jump. It's a pretty big jump. So I waited for a 15-minute reaction. We respected this 15-minute for belly gap right here, but we started going back down, and then once 10 minutes had passed of this candle, then there was only 5 more minutes, and I didn't think that the other 5 minutes would go back down and make the reaction a bearish reaction. So I see that we go for Asian session highs, and we inverse a 5-minute for belly gap. I was gonna wait for a breaker structure, which never happened, which is good. It didn't happen here. It didn't happen on ES either. Right here we liquidate this low, and we started going up. So I went to the lower time frame, and we see this tiny 5-minute bearish fair value gap, which we end up inversing. In ES it was bigger, but right here, where is it? No, that's not it. I didn't take this trade on ES, but I just I was analyzing it on ES as well. And we have this huge bearish fair value gap right here. We took this low and we inversed it. So I decided to enter on NQ micro after the inversion of that 5-minute bearish fair value gap. And I know my stop loss is really low, and I was going to this high, but then I moved my take profit to a 1-to-1, which is right here, so I could take half of my position out, and that's what I did. We inversed, where was it? Right here on this candle. So I entered right there, stop loss down here. I was risking about $800. I know I was going heavy on it, but I was, it seemed like a pretty good trade to me, and it was. So once we reach the 1-to-1 point risk to reward ratio, I take half of my position out, which is like 500 or 480, and then I move my stop loss to break even, which it ended up taking me out. And this is the second time that this happened. I keep on getting stopped, like break even right here, before making another 500s up there. And this low, it kind of takes me out sometimes. Luckily it didn't go all the way down here like it did yesterday, I believe. Or it was not yesterday, it was Tuesday. It was Tuesday. I did not want to put my stop loss to break even. I did not want to move it because I was willing to risk 300 anyway. So I moved my stop loss down here to the original stop loss that I had. And yesterday the market went all the way down there and took me out. Today it didn't do that, but I was okay taking half of my position here, which was 480, and then my break-even point right here, and we got stopped out before going to the gross and liquidity that I originally wanted. Here's the original trade right down here. So it was not a bad risk to reward ratio, 1 to 2.25 risk to reward ratio. I took my half of my position right here. We had a 5-minute fair value gap, I believe. No, that was just a 1-minute fair value gap, which I was hoping we would respect, so we would go up here. Unfortunately, it didn't, but that's okay. And we inversed that fair value gap, and then we started moving down, and of course we got stopped out, or like break even right here. But I already had $400 in, and I was going to take 6 of my micro contracts out right here. So once I got the price action hit my break-even point, those signals never cancel each other. So when the price came up here and target those signals, it literally made me go, it bought 3 contracts of micro NQ, and I did not have a stop loss. That's why this is like this. And when I went back on the charts, I saw it. Luckily I got it on time, and I closed it for 200 something profit. Luckily that's what I did, because if not I would have lost all my profit. And then that was the first trade for the morning, and then we did the NQ. It's kind of similar as well, for New York session open, we have a 15-minute fair value gap, we're reacting to it. We have a 30-minute fair value gap, we are reacting to it. I personally thought that we were going to go all the way up here. I know it's a big jump, but still, that's what I thought. And I saw those reactions. First of all, we were up here, so the reaction already happened, the 15 minute, the 30 minute was all the way up here anyway. So I was like, okay, luckily I was looking at the charts right on time so I could catch my trade. And I'm not sure if there's a Fair Valley gap somewhere. Um, yeah, right here. So we have this bearish 5 minute Fair Valley gap, which we inverse, and the price action was somewhere up here. Luckily, we didn't make an SMT with ES. So this high and this high did not get touched. And then the price started going down, and I would have entered after this inverse anyway. So anytime during this retracement, it would be a nice trade for me. It would have been an entry anyway. And so I did. I entered somewhere around here, putting my take profit a little bit higher than the high, and my stop loss down here. I was risking, I believe, $155, and unfortunately we get stopped out real quick. But then I see that we don't take this low. I believe, I'm not sure if ES took the low. It did not either. But let's see. My confluence are still the same, 15-minute Fair Valley gap being respected, 30-minute bullish Fair Valley gap being respected, and after this 5-minute Fair Valley gap or bearish Fair Valley gap right here, this from this high down to this high right here, after that Fair Valley gap got inverse, I decided to enter again. And I was risking, how much was I risking? Like $800, I believe, but my stop loss was way lower than that. It was this right here. So I was risking about $800, and once we got up here, which is, what is that? I believe I took, because that was a point of rejection. Yeah, that was these 3 5-minute highs right here. So I decided to take some partials out right there, and I made $300, I believe. And then after that I took another partial here and I moved my stop loss to break even, and then I left one contract to go all the way up here to these highs, and we kept on moving. But I moved my stop loss to here, and that made me $100. So for a total of $1,077 on the day. And then the price action went all the way down to here, but I was not in the trade anymore. So that's how I traded today. I know the video is long, I'm sorry, but I traded 2 times and I won them. The ones that I wanted, I won them. Usually I'm right about where the market wants to go, but it usually stops me like right here before it goes to my take profit. And I don't know if my strategy is alright. Honestly, I'm risking about $1,000 or $800 in a trade of 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, and once it hits my 1-to-1 area, I take half of my position, which is 500. I take half of my position out, and then I move my stop loss to break even, and then I leave another $500 on the run, to see if it goes higher or if it goes to another draw on liquidity that I have. And I might be doing that and see how that goes, how that works out for me. We'll see. It depends on the trade as well. I'm not going to enter every trade with $1,000 like right here. I enter with $155, $155 risk. So I was not I'm not dumb. I'm trading carefully. I know it looks not the best, but I'm trading carefully. I'm trying to protect my capital, controlling my emotions the best that I can. And yeah, that's we'll see if we have another trade tomorrow. Luckily it's Friday. I hope you had a good day today, and I'm sorry for making the video so long. Trade carefully. Let's go. We got a green day of $1,077. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.